Hey guys, Sean Bougie, surplusfundsriches.net. I'm going to cover the top 10 mistakes that new people in this industry are making. It's costing you guys deals. I put this list together because I know a lot of people just starting out really needed to know the ins and outs, the truth about how to work this business. And I really wish that I had somebody, we created our own system from scratch. I wish that somebody had told me this over 15 years ago when I got started in this business. First and foremost, guys, you got to check debt and ownership, and it is not hard. Do not be scared by the fact that you have to check debt and ownership. The name on that list may not have been the final owner prior to the sale. They may have sold or quitclaimed it to someone else, so they're not entitled to the money. You need to double check that or you're chasing the wrong person. In addition, you've got to check to see if there was another mortgage or an equity line or something else, because regardless of what these other guys are telling you, if there was additional debt, that creditor, that debt holder, is entitled to their portion of that overage before the last owner prior to the sale. Kind of important to do, not hard to do. This is an example right here. Forsyth County, North Carolina. It's the Register of Deeds Department. You can check by grantor and grantee. We cover all this in the book. And I put over an hour-long free video training on our YouTube channel. Surplus Funds Riches is our YouTube channel. There's an hour and 5-minute training on there that goes a lot more in depth on this. But this is important that you guys check debt and ownership. Otherwise, you're going to chase the wrong people. And as you can imagine, that's going to impact your ability to stay in business. It's also going to destroy your credibility because you're going to be talking to people that aren't deserving of the money. And I don't know about you, but I've seen reviews online of everybody, myself included, by folks that don't even know what they're talking about. And they'll go negative and full nuclear on you just for the fact that you didn't actually do the research you need. Number 2, get real skip tracing. And I know I've said this before and people say, yeah, I can get a free system and here's why and da-da-da. Let me go a little more in depth so you guys completely understand what I'm talking about here. So 65 to 74-year-olds have the highest homeownership rate among all age groups at 79.5%. 79.5%. The median age among homeowners has increased by 21% since 2001, and 56.9% of homeowners aged 30 to 34 have been in their homes for 3 years or less. So who's getting foreclosed on, guys? Well, let's look. So the homeownership is broken down like this, overall homeowners, right? So you've got under 25 years old, you got what? 0.81%, less than 1% of under 25-year-olds own a home. 25 to 29 is 3.1%, okay? You get up to 30 to 34 years old, you're looking at 5.9, 35 to 44, 15.6, 44 to 54, 19 they own 19% of the homes. 55 to 64, 23%, 65 to 74, that's 18%, and then 75 years and older own 13% of the homes. So what's the vast majority? Well, once you hit about 55 years, you're talking about 23% of the home ownership plus 18.9, 18.49, 42% plus this one 55. So over half of the homeowners are 55 years or older. And guess what? Using a free search that relies on social media or some kind of internet presence by an individual isn't going to help you in 55 plus year olds, which is the vast majority of the homeowners, guys. So free systems don't work. What you really need is a subscription system that actually uses credit headers, because folks 55 years and older are more likely also to have bank accounts and have some kind of financial history. So you need a real skip tracing system. Stop fooling yourself thinking you can use the BS, go through Facebook and friend their friends, and then they're going to think you're a friend. Oh God, could you possibly come across more scammy, right? Or DMs, direct message, somebody. Knock it off. Get a real skip tracing system. Use real mailings, guys. It adds an insane amount of credibility when you call. Avoid using text. I know that people are afraid of calling, so they use text. This is what a text looks like. This is how you're coming across when you're talking about unclaimed funds from foreclosures, overages, surplus funds. This is how you come across. Your phone number has been randomly selected for a cash prize of $4.9 million. That's what you're coming across as using text and direct messages. Knock it off. Get over your fear. Make the call. Make the call. You're doing them a favor. Guys, number 4, use attorneys. First of all, I don't care what contract you're using, assignment, whatever. Good luck enforcing that if somebody goes rogue on you. They don't do that with us. We're using attorneys. They sign a power of attorney to our attorney, not to us. And let me, script is coming across crazy shady because you're not using an attorney and you're not telling them where the money is. I'm going to get to that in a minute, and I'll tell you why people aren't telling them where the money is. But your script is coming across shady. You're coming across as somebody calling them out of a basement or a boiler room. And no one on the planet does a better job of having a great, yes, people have problems with attorneys. I understand and respect that. But nobody does a better job of marketing their value than attorneys. And you can ride that coattail. For goodness sake, guys, use structured buyouts. Okay, this is the other reason why you're getting told you're a scam and getting hung up on. We tell them where the money is. And the reason we can do that is we're using a structured buyout. We give them 10% of the gross amount being held by the court up front, meaning within 10 business days after they sign our contract, and we get it back from the notary. And we give them the rest of whatever we agree to, and it's substantial, on the back end. But use a structured buyout. We're getting money into their pocket quickly. Guys, you can partner with us. We'll hire the attorneys. Heck, with one of the programs, we'll find the people, call them, mail them, put the deal together, hire the mobile notary, hire the attorneys. This is the national surplus. And give you with that one 8% of the gross when we successfully get the money out. We also pay the claimant 10% of the gross amount being held by the court up front. As you can imagine, that jacks up our conversion rate quite a bit. The other program is a Premier 16 where you do have to call them, but all you're doing is double checking to make sure you got the right person. With that one, we give you 16% of the gross amount held by the court, which in many states is more than you can make on your own. Okay? We use a structured buyout, and what that does is it means we're participating in the retrieval, so we no longer fall under any kind of finder fees or finder regulations. This is one I see all the time, guys. Number 6, work wide dollar range. Don't just try to go after $50,000 or $100,000 deals. Live in the 20 to 50 range. That's where the vast majority of the deals are. Don't get caught up in going after just high dollar stuff. And for goodness sake, don't feel like you have to work your local area. You can do all this work online from home. It is ridiculous. I get it all the time when people go, no, I want to work California or I want to work Connecticut. Why? The difference between me working California and Connecticut, it's the speed of light, guys. What is that? 1/1,000,000th of a second on doing the research online? Get out of that headspace. Set boundaries with your claimants, guys. You've got to set boundaries or they will not respect you. If you're always available, you don't set times, you don't have a set way of calling, you allow them to walk over you, talk poorly to you, you're not going to be respected and they're not going to do the deal with you. I'll read this quote real quick. People know who they can walk over and who they can't. If someone is walking all over you, it's because they know you'll put up with it. That's a quote by Sonia Park. Take that a little further, guys. Number 8, you've got to use the takeaway and you've got to use it correctly. Zig Ziglar said the fear of loss is greater or outweighs the desire for gain. So when you just say, I respect what you're saying, we're not going to come to terms, I certainly wish you the best of luck. Hope you have a great day. If you change your mind, give me a ring. And you hang up, they're going to come around, guys. This is a big one. Number 9. Avoid going, I've done a full video on just this. Avoid going down rabbit holes, guys. Oh, I know. Well, first of all, there's 10 claimants here. Okay. The guy died and he's got 10 heirs, but I can put them all together. I know it. I'm going to put it together. It's $20,000. Okay. That's $2,000 per heir. If you want to get to 20 grand, you got to put 10 of those together. Waste of time. Waste of time. You're much better off going after where you've got 1 or 2 claimants. Now, granted, look, if it's 50 grand, you got 2 people there that were on the deed, last owners prior to the foreclosure. You can go after 25 grand for one of them and you're still doing great, right? If the other one doesn't want to deal with you because the deed was set up 50-50 split. If it's got 2 names, it doesn't say it's 30%, this guy's 70%. It's always 50-50. So you can work it. But estates going after, oh, I know there's only 5 heirs. Guys, people lie to you about whether or not there are other heirs. People lie to you if they're executors. Now, if they're an executor and they've got the paperwork to show that, also called a personal representative in that estate or probate file, fine. You can work with them directly. But if you're going to try to put something together and open an estate file and incur another $3,500, $5,000 worth of expense through an attorney to chase a rabbit hole, you could have put 5 deals together in a time it took you chasing this thing you can't even put together. Run it like a business, guys. Scale. If you're going to scale up, use real employees. The funniest thing I hear from people is, oh, I'm getting in this business to help people, but I'm going to hire virtual assistants from India to do the calls for me. Hire people here. Hire them, take good care of them, scale with real employees, and keep excellent records. Run it like a business. Not like a fly-by-night guy that's doing everything online through virtual assistants that they have no accountability to him for. Here's your bonus tip, guys. And I know a lot of you guys are getting into this industry because you want to help people, and I applaud and respect. You're still running a business. You can't be an order taker. You have to take control of the conversation and negotiate. I'm not saying that you have to win and they lose. It is possible a win-win. The issue is you've got to define what your win is. You have to make profit. You've got to stay in business to continue helping people and work in this business. And that will also allow you to help more folks, and you can support yourself. You're not doing anybody a favor if you don't take care of yourself first, and you don't take care of the people that are dependent on you. I have 6 full-time employees where I pay full medical benefits, health benefits for these guys. 6. I'm responsible for 6 families. I'm taking a profit so I can handle that. Hope this has helped. Have a great day.